Hello, Bashar.
And you good day. What's your story, sweetheart?
My story is that I'm very much bound to my fellow beings. And
Bound to your fellow beings.
yes, very much so. And so,
What does that mean in your definition, in your story?
well, I choose to exist in the earth that the collective consciousness exists in.
Well, to some degree, yes, obviously, or we wouldn't be having this conversation in this
Right.
way. And so,
And I'm very much interested in bringing information, mostly through science.
all right,
I also have certain knowings.
yes.
And I was wondering if you would be able to help me tell my story by getting a little information.
On what?
And what I would like to know is, I know
One moment.
that...
Do you understand story structure at all?
I would like to say yes.
What archetype at this moment in your question to me, thus then, do I represent to you?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
A mentor.
Right.
All right. More than a hint, though, wasn't it? Gave it all away. Gave the whole story away. All right. Well, all right. Not all of it. Ooh. Some mystery still exists. Because a good story needs a little mystery, doesn't it? Yes. So do continue.
Okay.
What is it that you wish some assistance with now that you have sought out and questioned the mentor archetype?
I know that we don't need to eat
Well, yes, you do.
food.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well,
Most of you do.
Okay. Well, I have this knowing
Yes. That it may
For
be
me.
possible, that it may be probable that some of you may change yourselves so as to not require that kind of sustenance. Yes,
Right.
that's possible. How probable it is depends upon the path you have chosen to explore. Sometimes those kinds of things, even though they may seem to be desirable, simply aren't relevant for the theme that you chose to explore in this life. You have to determine that for yourself by the synchronicity that shows up in your life.
right. Well, for me, it's prevalent, and
All right.
one of the things that is the information I'd like to know is how I'm able to tap into the energy source to sustain myself, not at this point, but more so as, I grow.
Well, number one, living in the moment, because all the energy you will ever tap exists only in the now. So, the less fragmented you are in that context, the more you focus yourself in the present, the more you'll be capable of tapping that energy because you'll be existing on a higher level frequency. And when you allow yourself to vibrate on a higher level frequency, you become a more receptive antenna to higher level frequencies of energies on different planes of existence that can then sustain you, and you will automatically not feel so much need for other forms of sustenance.
Okay.
So the more you live in the moment, the less, in a sense, you experience the idea of time and space in that way, the more you will tap into higher frequency energies that will provide enough sustenance for you.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Well, all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Good day, Bashar.
And you good day. What is your story?
Well, I had a lot to write before I came, and my story is my journey to be in this workshop. My story has been answered. My questions have been answered
Oh, all right.
by you and by a lot of people in this room,
By you, too.
and by me too.
Because remember, what are you experiencing when you experience us?
Myself.
Thank you. We are simply reflecting your higher mind back to you, using our personality as a mask to trick you into talking to your own higher mind.
Yes, and my higher mind and myself had that discussion before we came.
Yes.
And it's just been awesome to dive into just myself.
Yes.
And follow my excitement.
Yes.
And being led by the synchronicities.
Yes.
And the parachutes that have taken me to where I am
that have
now
automatically popped open when you took the leap of faith.
when I took the leap of faith.
Yes.
Which led...
My, what a loud story.
Hey, Bashar.
And to you, good day. What is your story?
First, I have a story of gratitude to
All
you
right.
and your family.
Our story of gratitude to you as well.
Thank you. In my story, I know I've chosen the theme of soul awakening.
Well, that's true of many of you, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah,
But
I
your
recognize that.
version of it is your story.
Yes.
All right.
And many
Congratulations.
other versions are here.
Yes, congratulations on such an exciting story choice. Soul awakening. How does it go? How does this story go for you?
Well, I'm still expressing gratitude. It's still a story of gratitude
Oh, all right. Thank you.
to finding within myself, because I know you are within myself,
Yes.
a great mentor and a true friend.
As you are to us. Remember, you're mentors to us as well.
Yes.
And so?
I've also attracted myself in this story
Yes.
to information about whom we on this earth call masters.
Yes.
Not masters of limitation. Well, yeah, they would be masters of limitation because they have mastered themselves and limitation.
All right. Yes.
They talk about Neptune and
Are you referring to the idea of the planet in your system or the archetypal god form?
well, I'm not exactly sure, but they say Neptune.
Yes.
Taking this on as much as I understand it,
Yes.
they talk about a civilization who composes the root race to humanity and whose teachings they now live by.
All right, but you understand there are no other indigenous physical life forms such as your civilization physically on any planets in your system.
Not physically, right.
They are talking about the idea of the connection of non-physical consciousness beings to different archetypal planets in your system.
Right.
Because the resonant vibration of those beings simply matches the resonant vibration of those planets as you have laid your system out archetypally.
Right.
All right.
So,
So they identify with them in that way.
right.
All right, and
And
so...
our teachings.
All right, and so how does that archetypal story serve you? Why have you attracted yourself to this?
Because I want to live that story.
Which is, in a
The
nutshell,
a
in
master.
25 words or less, pitch it to us. What's
to
that
live
story?
the story of mastery over self, mastery over limitation, to become a being who also projects and represents the world's spirit.
It is not mastery over self. It is
Mastery.
mastery of self.
Oh, right. Because it includes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And you don't lose yourself. You will always be what you consider to be you, no matter how high you go.
No. I had no intention to convey the thought that I would lose myself because I must retain my essence.
We are
my
just
unique-
more clearly delineating the definition that goes with the idea called mastery over self.
Yeah.
That implies within the definition that you lose the self. That's why mastery of self is more of an appropriate way to define it, because then it's all inclusive and you don't
right.
lose the self identity.
this and that.
Yes, this and that, not this or that, this and that.
Okay. As far as the identifying with those teachings,
Yes.
and I know I can use my own synchronicity to attract them, but
Well,
I
you
would-
always do.
yes.
And so,
Could you throw me a bone?
a thigh bone, an arm bone, what kind of a bone?
A bone of information
About what?
about these teachings.
But you haven't shared your story about it yet. How does it resonate for you? So that we can throw you the bone that resonates to your particular interpretation of the story. Put it out there and you'll get something back.
Well, I'm living my story.
Pitch us the story that attracts you. Why are you attracted to this particular resonant story?
Because it represents
Yes.
my ultimate beauty as a being experiencing physical reality.
But what are the specifics of this story that do that for you? What are you specifically resonating to in terms of the structure of this story? What are the elements in the story?
To become a being that expresses compassion and is removed from suffering.
Removed? You mean you're not choosing to suffer?
Right.
All right, well then don't choose to suffer.
Anyway.
Do you want the story to be more complicated than that?
No.
All right. Well, I've just thrown you a bone. Don't choose to suffer. Don't choose to identify any experience you have as suffering. And you won't experience it that way. Can it be that simple?
Of course.
Does that help you?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Well, I wanted to know
Yes.
if there are any physicalized information about these teachings that they have represented in the story.
Are you looking for a permission slip?
Yeah.
A
I am.
physical permission slip? Well, hasn't your imagination come up with something that's a physicalized representation of these teachings?
Not that I have currently.
Well, why don't you use your imagination to do so if that's what you want? Maybe you don't need one.
Are you talking about the idea of creating them?
If you want to
myself?
create a physicalized version or a physicalized representation of this particular permission slip of energy, you have the imagination to do so. If you haven't invented what you're asking for, maybe you don't really believe you need it.
Well, I imagine them to be in some sacred temple in the Far East.
Oh, all right.
Written on manuscripts.
All right. Then why not join them and write your own manuscript? And that will be your permission slip. Yes?
Of course.
Well, that was easy, yes?
It's always easy.
Yes. There you go. So write your story out in manuscript form if that's what it takes to represent that energy for you. If that's what it takes to resonate within your story, join them in what you imagine they're doing archetypally and become one of them and do what they do. Remember that by mirroring what you imagine is representative of that reality, you will then be expressing through physical action the vibrations of that reality. You will be a being in that reality, and thus then the things that are germane to that reality. Can
you define that a little? Germane, I don't really understand that.
Relevant.
All right.
But there was another connotation that you may discover later.
Yeah, because I noticed you broke it down in a very
Yes, I did.
particular way.
But that's going to be one of those funny little clues in your story that you're going to have to become a detective to discover.
A detection story, I love that.
All right. So go to your temple, write your manuscript, become a detective. You will see.
Yes, and I am doing my best to...
I know.
All right.
That's all you need to do.
Thank you,
Thank you.
teacher. We love you.
Our unconditional love to you as well.
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Good day to you. And the Esasani. I've been looking forward to speaking with you in this moment.
All right. And
And-
through what story will you be doing so?
Well, it's going to start with a Father's Day story.
Father's
And
Day story.
Yes, because it is Father's Day on Earth.
Yes, we
And
understand.
I was wondering, do you guys have those days?
No.
No, you don't.
Every day.
Every day is a celebration.
Yes.
Okay.
We do not delineate the idea of special days in that way specifically.
In what way do you?
We don't.
You just don't.
There are recognitions of certain things that happened in what you would call our history that are noted for their particular vibrational resonance, but we don't surround them with the kinds of rituals that you do. We simply experience that vibration and move forward.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to express that since we're talking about stories, I wanted to share with you how my dad would say that. He'd say,
All right.
I'd tell you a story. Because he likes pirate stuff, so he would say that. So I just wanted to share that with you. And my story actually starts a bit with my dad.
Yes.
We just saw the movie Thor.
Oh, all right.
And it was, I didn't really want to see it at first, but he's like, no, you really will love seeing this movie. You got to see it.
And did you?
I did, and I was exhilarated. And as if you
Why?
guys, because I saw these different beings,
Yes.
in the galaxy, other races, and I felt such a connection to them, and I wish I was there with them, acting
Oh, all
out
right.
the different.
Does that mean you're also going to go see the latest movie entertainment that also deals with other beings in the galaxy?
There's one that I do plan to go see. It's the
Is it the color green?
Green Lantern,
All
yes.
right.
And I did have a question about that.
Yes.
There's been talk that, as open contact becomes more open,
Yes.
that society will start showing more of what other races look like. Is that right? Not right, but
Do you mean, will your depictions in your science fiction stories become more accurately representative of
Yes.
some of the races that exist?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. And does that movie reflect that?
Some.
Some. Okay.
Now, again, remember, anything you can imagine is real because you cannot
Right.
imagine non-existence. But when I say some, I mean some that are relevant to anything that you could experience as being somewhat similar to your understanding of reality. All of them
Okay.
are real in their own context, but may not be relevant to your dimension of experience. But some actually are.
Okay. Thank you. So when I was watching the movie Thor, I felt like I wanted to be there, and I was kind of meditating on that later on after the movie, and my inner guidance told me, because I was asking, well, why am I not there if
You
I
are.
like it so much?
You are. You are not, but you
Right.
are.
Right. And I received that. Well, that is part of you. That is
Yes,
you. And
that's why you resonate to it.
Right. And you're on Earth to bring that here
Yes.
as an emanation.
Yes.
So I
you're the
was-
conduit, you're the valve
Yeah.
through which you can bring that energy down to earth and give off a vibration that will allow choices to be made that are in alignment with that frequency.
Yes. So I was very happy.
That's
with
why you have these kinds of stories. That's why one of the most powerful storytelling tools you have is movies, because it really gives you an interactive experience. And what you
Right.
call theme parks. It gives you an interactive experience of story. And thus it sinks in because you're actually viscerally there in the vibration and together, unified in many ways.
I feel that a lot. And
Yes.
the next
Now,
part of
we
the
wish
story,
to also point out a very interesting
Yes.
polarity happening at this time with respect to these kinds of stories that involve what you call extraterrestrial beings. Because in this moment right now, you actually have presented at the same time a completely polarized idea of this notion in your entertainment. You have the idea we have just discussed of a story that involves the idea of what you would call an interstellar peacekeeping corps of extraterrestrials. And at the same time, you're also premiering
the Transformers movie.
that and also another one called
Cowboy.
Falling Skies, where your world is dominated by extraterrestrials on your television
I did see
sets. So you have presented the polarity for yourself so that you can explore and play with the idea of both sides simultaneously. You're bringing these creations closer and closer and closer to the center point so that you can really experience the balance of the dark and the light, the balance of the negative and the positive, and really decide what you prefer by exploring these stories so close to each other, on top of each other even. Good timing.
Yeah. Thank you for expanding on that. I remember the first time I heard you speak of the EIL, the Shalanaya,
Yes.
and all the senses in my being just perked up.
All right.
And I got goosebumps.
They are
And
part of your story.
yes,
you are
they
part of theirs.
are. They are. And I have
They are one of the other hybrid races, the first one that will contact your world for those asking the question in their minds, what's the Shalanaya?
And I got goosebumps, and I never get goosebumps that I remember except for when I'm cold. And so I thought, I always heard people talk about getting goosebumps, but I've never got them. And then so when I got them, I was like,
Well, now I
whoa.
can't say that anymore.
I know, right? I can't say that anymore. And I was like, wow, that is true. And as I listened to it,
Yes.
the goosebumps they were like waves. They just continued to like electrify me.
Yes.
And
Do you understand fundamentally what that effect is you call goosebumps?
I don't know.
The idea is that they will be constrictions around the hair follicles that will allow the hair follicles to rise up and become more receptive antennas to that energy.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Yes.
Thank you for expanding on that. And So as I continued to listen to that, I just closed my eyes and I got a sense as if I was there with them. Even now, like I feel like I can
Yes.
tap into them.
Yes, you can.
And there's been certain occurrences and instances, one being all of the month of May, I saw these clouds over Mount Baldy, that's close to where I live, that I've never seen like that ever before. They look like the ones on Mount Shasta.
Yes.
And they were over Mount Baldy, the range, and the whole month of May. I haven't seen them June, but I just thought, wow, that is so amazing. I felt like that was their presence showing themselves.
Well, in a
here.
sense, it is more the idea of your collective consciousness creating symbolic representations of what you are becoming more and more aware of, and in a sense,